That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Drinking chocolate milk intensifies. I love chocolate milk. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. I have to read this. It's a bunch of metaphors, but I don't like reading poems, but I'll read it anyway. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hunger, curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon, whatever the hell that word says, I'm guessing it's something about the phases of its phase, and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. Cutting intensifies. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. On? Perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I whatever that word says, my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. I can. That's right. I use a knife to cut myself. That's why I made this poem. Just for you, senpai. Shempy. Don't worry about Shempy. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using a poem as a canvas to express my vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Like, every time I cut myself, I can feel pain, and it's just fucking amazing, you know? Just look at my eyes. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. I think I can figure out what it's supposed to mean, and I'm pretty sure it's a bunch of suicidal shit. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. Like in my way, it's cutting. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies like cutting. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself because cutting is bad for you and you shouldn't do that. I'm not going to get real in this video either, so I'm just going to keep joking around because that's the type of person I am. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them because I love writing about all the cuts that I have on my arms that you see in the phase 2. Huh, that's funny. Huh? Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Amy likes spiders? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. I'm pretty sure she's hurting herself and that isn't anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Not about it in real life because she's always fighting with Yuri here. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's, well, interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure she'd judge you for cutting into your skin over and over again, you know. Anyway. Please don't tell her I said that. Please don't tell her that I cut. Ahaha. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Ahaha! Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness cutting, I would probably hate myself cutting. I might be ranting a little bit now. I am not cutting out any parts. I'm just gonna make it close in on her face and ear rape this entire video because I'm very weird and that's how I work. She's ranting about cutting. But I'm glad that you're a good listener. Bitch, that's me in real life. Oh my god, I hate myself. Oh god. No, I'm kidding. Okay, everyone! I'm kidding, that's not the voice I'm giving her. I do not know what voice I'm giving her. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters. And, she's also been working on her news. And I've designed some pamphlets that we can give during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but it doesn't tell us that... But it doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite the poems too. Sayori's putting all the posters... Sayori's putting in. I have combined two words. It has become one word. Sayori's putting it all... I give up on reading. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up those posters, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys? No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event each put on a good performance, I'm gonna throw up chocolate milk in 2 seconds, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better. We'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. I hate reading unless it's Wattpad. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings. Being intimate. Whoa! Innuendo intensifies. Being intimate with yourself. I've never said that in my life. Have I? Finding new horizons. I am a dirty person. I'm dirty-minded. This is great. And having fun. That's right. And it's and it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Just Monica. That's me. She could fit the baldy role. Also, this is a very old game. Just kidding. It was like the beginning of this year. Or the ending of last year. Probably the beginning of this year. Don't you want to share that with others? Others? Fuck. To inspire them. I'm losing control of my mouth. Put that in my quote book. To inspire them to find the same feelings to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. And if it fucks everybody, and if it all... I'm killing myself. No, I'm kidding. Sayori, where's the noose? And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. The club is seriously going to be the death of me. It is in phase 2. You're going to stab yourself 3 times. 2 in the... I don't know what that area is. The rib cage, pretty much. Actually, they're all 3 of them in the rib cage. She dies. She dies. Right. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Why did my phone turn on? I guess it's at 100%. That scared me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. I'm not comfortable at the moment because my chair hasn't came in the mail yet, and now I'm very triggered. Can I go next? Of course. Just Monica. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. Yeah. I'll edit this later when I care enough. I overwrite my saves because I don't care. And I'll see you in another video. Bye.